Hello, today I'd like to introduce a variation of mask effect that can be used for photos and videos and is perfect for combining with other effects. It's a special kind of frame-by-frame variation and utilizes the static mask effect found in photo vision, video vision, and stages. The effect can be used to enhance simple image sequences, create intros or backgrounds for text panels, or even highlight certain areas in a video. I'm currently in video vision, and here in the toolbox is the static mask effect. In video vision and stages, there's also the dynamic mask effect, which I will discuss and demonstrate later. I'm now going to drag the static mask effect into the timeline and insert an image. I'll crop the image and remove the overlay. If I select the frame of the effect, I can see its impact in the layout designer and the properties of the effect. The effect masks certain areas of the image based on the chosen mask, thereby making them invisible. In the properties, I can select the mask shape. If necessary, I can modify the mask in the image editor. I can flip or rotate them. At the scaling point, I change the size of my mask. In the layout designer, you now only see the image cut out by the mask and black around it. But of course, I can add some kind of background, like the dynamic rectangle shape, for example. I color it green and I check the box for let it lie. And in combination with the static mask, it looks like this. Nadine also once had a nice instruction video for this type of effect. I'll link it on the top right. You are welcome to take another look. But now I want to see more than just color here, so I copy my original image onto the track above the static mask. Unfortunately, I can't see my mask anymore, but that's about to change. I'm going to change the background image. On the Image Effects tab, you'll find lots of things you can use, like these color effects. I'll assign a color effect to the selected image by double-clicking it. Together with the mask, it looks like this. I'm going to drag another effect onto the background image. In the Layout Designer, you can see how the image effect changes the background image in real time. In the image editor, you can also adjust these image effects or create your own. And now I'll add the original image behind the effect again. With the alpha blending overlay, I have a nice way of showing my image again without the effect. But I find the live effects a bit more practical for designing the background. Unlike the image effects, the live effects can also be applied to videos. And this is ultimately one of the differences to the practical image-by-image object effect, where different effects can be determined for the foreground and background, but some combinations or timings can't be set separately. I now have another image in a static mask. As a mask, I use the gradient radial 2. Radial. In the semi-transparent mask area, you can now see the green from the left behind rectangle. I copy the image back to the first track. Now you can't see a difference between the foreground and background again. And then I go to the Objects tab and use the live effects that are available in the respective program version, or that were added by extension packs. PhotoVision users have a bit less choice here. They certainly have the color effects though, and that includes not only the color effect, but also a black and white effect. If I now select the static mask effect again, I can see the result of my foreground and background, and I can, for example, adjust the mask size a bit, as well as the strength of the black and white effect. And in full screen, this combination of effects would look like this. Here's another example. This time I'm going to use the color reduction effect for the background photo. There I'm reducing the number of colors to reduce the details in the photo. Then I'm closing the effect and applying the color effect on top of it again, set to black and white. In combination with the mask, I now have my original image area and a greatly reduced background. And of course, I could also bring movement into play here and give the background image or the image in the mask effect a very slight camera pan. I'm doing this here with 2 markers, and the movement from the large to the smaller section should take 7 seconds. The mask size stays the same, only the picture in the mask moves. I'm now removing the camera pan on the image and will show another variation. You can also animate the mask and picture with a motion path. You can easily do this through manual entry via the Z value. I'm adding a marker, and at the Z value coordinates, I'll decrease it to bring the mask closer to the viewer. This should also happen again in 7 seconds. However, as the name static mask suggests, this is an effect where the mask can't move itself across the picture or change its size over time. This is only possible with the dynamic mask effect, which is only available in Video Vision and Stages. While in the static mask effect, I only insert a picture or video and select the mask in Properties, the dynamic mask effect is designed differently. Here, I have the content area for my photo or video, and I have to take care of a mask myself. For example, the simple or dynamic shapes from the toolbox can be used as masks. From the dynamic masks, I take the triangle and drag it into the mask area of my mask effect. I first increased the duration, and I can now resize this mask in the layout designer. I can rotate it or animate it via motion path. And when playing this dynamic mask, you can now observe the movement of the mask across the image. But back to our static mask effect. The examples were all with images, but work the same with videos. I have a video of a couple on the beach here, and here I can use the static mask effect, well, to block out the other people in the background a bit. I'm doubling the video again. I make the video in the first track black and white, this time with the lath effect. There, I select the color reduction mid-tone setting. And on the laths, I apply another light soft focus effect. Then I'll take care of the video in the foreground. That gets the static mask effect again. As a mask, I use Vignette 13 from below. And then I shift that a bit to the left. I'll show it while playing it. This and the other examples will then also be available through the VIP Club. And if you liked the video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. Thank you.